Hey guys, it's Brianna. So, guess what? I leave the Spain in less than 1 week, which to me is like really crazy because I remember looking back 2 or 3 months ago and thinking that this day would take forever to come, and like now it's here and I'm leaving so soon. This is my last week here, and I'm just like, no, I'm not sure if I'm ready to go. Like, it's it's gonna be hard. Like, I'm going to get homesick and I'm gonna get family sick and I'm gonna miss my family and my friends here. So that's gonna be hard, but at the same time, I'm ready for it. I'm really, really excited. I've been wanting to study abroad for such a long time and I'm finally doing it. But yeah, I've already made a list of everything I need to pack before I leave. It's quite a bit of things, but I know that if I don't write down a list, I'll probably forget a few things and be like, oh, I needed that. But yeah, surprisingly, I haven't actually started packing it. Like, I don't even have the suitcase out of what I'm gonna put my stuff in. So, props to me for being prepared. I know there's some people who pack like 2 weeks out in advance, but no, I haven't started packing. I have to do laundry and I have to clean out my closet and clean my room. Pretty much just clean all my stuff out before I start packing, just so that I can organize everything. But yes, I'll be definitely doing that within the next 4 days, because that's all the time I have before I have to leave. So this is just gonna be kind of a video of my final thoughts and what I'm doing now to prepare before I go. Oh, I had this big go away party over the last weekend because last weekend was my last weekend here, and my parents threw me a party at the tiny house and it was a lot of fun. We went rafting, we bought inner tubes, we went camping. We had like a lot of people come to my go away party, probably over 30 people, and I could make a whole video just about my going away party. But on the cake that my grandparents bought me, it said Bon Voyage, Brianna, because I'm leaving, and ironically, that's actually not Spanish, it's French, but you know, bon voyage is a very common phrase for people who are traveling and leaving. So yeah, it was written in French, but you know, that's cool too. There are quite a few things that I am kind of afraid of before leaving, and one of them is the language barrier. Yeah, I do know quite a bit of Spanish, probably more Spanish than anyone else who will be going to the study abroad program. I mean, unless they grew up in a family that spoke Spanish, I'll probably know more than most people, but it is kind of different. I mean, the Spanish from Mexico is a little bit different from the Spanish in Spain, and there is an accent, and I have watched videos of people talking in the Spaniard accent, and it sometimes is a little bit hard to understand them. It's like, I'm trying to think of an example, like, imagine a Scottish accent. Like, sometimes it's a little bit difficult to understand a Scottish accent, even though they're speaking English. You know, the accent can make it a little bit more difficult. So kind of the same thing with a Spaniard accent. It can be a little bit difficult to understand, and I'm not saying that Spaniard accent is like a Scottish accent. It was just like an example, but that's like the best way to describe it. It's just going to be different, and I'm going to have to relearn words, or they do have quite a bit of vocabulary that is a little bit different to the accent in Mexico. So yeah, just kind of things like that. And I feel like people are gonna make fun of my Spanish. I've read forums of people saying that Mexican Spanish or Latin American Spanish is a little bit ridiculed in Spain. I don't know. I haven't met any Spaniards or talked to any Spaniards, so I definitely can't say that all Spaniards would do that. But I've heard of some people say that they were made fun of because of their accent. The other thing is traveling by myself. I've only traveled by myself once, and that is when I went to Utah to visit some of my cousins. And it was like 3 weeks after I had turned 18 years old. And it was a disaster. I did terrible trying to travel by myself. I'm so used to traveling with my family, but I'm hoping this trip goes a little bit better. I am 20 years old now, so let's see how that works. But yeah, traveling by myself, that's definitely a huge fear of mine. And also that I won't have like a working phone number and I won't have any data. I completely rely on Google Maps. Like Google Maps will save my life in anything. And the fact that I won't have that when I'm over in Spain, like, I mean, I can buy that. I can purchase like minutes, or I can purchase data once I arrive in Alicante. But during my trip there, I'm not going to have that. So when I have to go find my train station, I'm probably going to have to ask people for directions. And I don't want to do that because I'm too quiet. Like, I don't like going up to people and asking questions, and definitely not in a language that I'm not super comfortable talking in. But yeah, that's something else I'm going to have to worry about. And then my classes. So I am taking the most highest level advanced classes that anyone in this program can take. Level 600. And I don't know what I'm thinking, but I mean, I want to be in a class where the whole entire class is in Spanish. I want to be fully immersed in the culture, and I know the only way I'm going to be able to do that is if I'm surrounded by Spanish, and that's what I want. I want to be in a classroom where everyone speaks Spanish, where the teachers speak Spanish, where all my assignments and homework is in Spanish. But I'm sure once I arrive in that classroom and I see all the Spanish work I have to do, I'm going to be like, oh my god, this is so difficult. But actually, it's probably not going to be that difficult. I have read reviews of people who have taken these classes before, and they say they're not like super difficult or that hard, but you do have to learn it. And I did take a Spanish class over the summer, and I got an A in that class, so it kind of did help me prepare a little bit. But it's going to be different just because that Spanish class that I took was an online class, and then these classes are going to be like 4 classes, like in an actual classroom. So, but yeah, and then navigating the city, that's also going to be something I'm going to have to learn, is learning where everything is, finding my apartment. I have to go talk to my landlord, and my train arrives in Alicante at like 5:30 p.m., and I have to go talk to my landlord. Like, I actually have a meeting at 6 p.m. Like, I have half an hour to get from the train station, collect my luggage, try to find my way to the meeting location. And by the way, this meeting location is at a flower shop. So I have to find that flower shop. I don't have Google Maps or anything to help me find this place. And it's like, I'm so nervous. Like, I don't want to arrive late to my meeting. Like, I have no way to contact anyone or to call anyone if I'm late or if my train is late. So, like, it's just like there's so many variables that are kind of in place. So, some other fears that I have is making friends while I'm abroad. I will be having 5 other roommates with me. I'm assuming all of them are from the United States just because they're all listed from U.S. colleges, and I'm not sure where one of them is from, so they might be an international student, but I'm not quite sure yet. Trying to push myself out of my comfort zone because I'm so used to just kind of like being my own person and just kind of being like by myself. Sometimes I'm not like the type of person to go up to someone in a classroom and be like, hey, I'm Brianna, nice to meet you. Like, I'm just kind of like I'm just here. And if someone comes to talk to me, I'll be nice and I'll talk to them. And, but yeah, usually people have to approach me if they want to become friends with me. And I'm very quiet and shy in real life, even if it might not seem like that in my videos. But yeah, that's going to be kind of scary, is trying to like go out there and be outgoing and trying to talk to people in different languages, because I definitely want to make friends from other countries. I think that would be super cool, but I'm just gonna have to push myself to do that. And then traveling, like, I want to travel, and I want to go to all these places, and I really don't want to go by myself. Like, I want to make friends to go traveling with, and I do have, like, a traveling budget. I saved up a whole bunch of money over the summer with the job that I had, and I want to go all over Europe if I can. Having, like, a traveling buddy would be cool. I prefer not to go by myself, but maybe I will if I can't find someone to go with me to a place that I want to go. I mean, not every place that I want to go, someone else wants to go with me. So there's that off chance. But going to hostels. I have been to one hostel before, but that was with my parents, and it was more of like a hotel experience just because I was in the same room with my parents and my sisters. My sister, not sisters. And I didn't really like talk to other people who were in the hostel. So yeah, going to hostels, that's something that's going to be new to me. I've never gone to one by myself, and I've never like, usually hostels you have like 3 sets of bunk beds, and you like just get crammed into this room with other people you don't know, and you just make friends. So that's something else I'm gonna have to do, and I'm just gonna have to push myself to like talk to people. And yeah, but that's scary. Like, that is scary to me. I'm so used to just being around my family. This is kind of a little off topic from studying abroad, but it does kind of have to do with it. But my pets, my dog is 14 years old. While I am living in Alicante, my dog will be turning 15, and he is getting old. He is going blind. He's going deaf. He is having like bladder issues, and we have to put him in diapers sometimes. I've had my dog since like the age of 5, so it's scary knowing that I'm leaving for 4 to 8 months. It just depends if I'm staying for 2 semesters or not. But leaving during that time and knowing that your dog is getting old and he's kind of sick sometimes. So yeah, I don't want to leave and then find out that my dog's not here anymore. And same with my fish. I have a fish tank in my room. And I have angelfish, and angelfish can live for a very, very long time, like 10 or 15 years. And it'd be really sad if I came back and my angelfish didn't live for some reason. And I try to take good care of my pets, but, and they do. They usually live for a very long time. So yeah, those are some of my fears of mine, is that my pets will die while I'm gone. But I mean, I have my family here who will help me with that. What other fears do I have before I leave? I guess that's it. Just pretty much the social part. Yeah, you know what? School. School is gonna be, I don't know how difficult it will be, and I'm worried that I maybe am biting off more than I can chew, and maybe I'm taking too much of an advanced class. Like, I would not be surprised if there's some people who have better grammar than I do in Spanish just because my grammar is terrible. Like, I understand Spanish, like, completely. Like, I can understand, I mean, in my family, like, people who speak with the Mexican accent, like, I can understand them very clearly. Not so much with the Spaniard, but with Mexican accent, like, I can understand pretty much, like, 95 to 100% of what you're saying. And speaking wise, like, I can speak it very well. Like, if I need to ask something, or if I want to talk about something or carry a conversation, like, that's very easy for me. Sometimes I forget words or I don't know how to phrase something. But as for grammar, I am not very good with grammar in Spanish, and I do struggle with that, and I'm sure there's some people who are way better at grammar than I am, and they don't know nearly as much Spanish as I do, so that's gonna be kind of weird, but it is true. So, I mean, when you take a language class in high school or college, I mean, they really focus on grammar. I have an orientation the very next morning after I arrive in Alicante, so they're pretty much gonna explain to us what's gonna happen. I know we have a few field trips coming up with the study abroad program that I signed up for, and we just have a lot going on. I've also been doing a lot of shopping. I've been shoe shopping, and I bought this new backpack that I want to go traveling with, and it's really nice. It has a lot of space in it. And I also have been buying like the outlet converters, because you know how the outlets are different in Europe. I have had to order some online so that I can charge my laptop and phone, and I think those are the only 2 things that are chargeable that I'm bringing with me. Like, I'm not bringing any hair stuff like straighteners or irons or something like that, just because I don't really need them. I don't really ever do stuff to my hair. As you can see, I just leave it in a frizzy mess. I think that kind of wraps up my final thoughts before I leave, and I'm really excited to share with you guys my experience abroad and how everything goes, and I'm gonna try to make a lot more vlogs too. I'm generally really terrible at taking videos or pictures of things like in the moment. Like I like making videos like this where I'm talking about things, but sometimes I just won't film stuff or I just won't take pictures of things. So I'm gonna really try to make more vlogs about what's going on, because I'm pretty sure people want to see me doing things, not just hear me talking about it. Thank you guys for watching. If you have any questions or if you guys want to know anything or want me to talk about anything while I'm abroad, just leave them down below. I'll see you guys in Spain. Alright, bye!